going live in shortly. We are live now. Mimiku, you are early, but just a smidge. It would appear that we're on now. We are live. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Mimiku said he was here early. He is early, but that's good. I like that. Early is a good thing. That makes you number one. Number one. So we are live tonight and still trying to decide what I want to do. So if anybody asks about the Tacoma, that will be announced, I believe, I'm going to announce that Wednesday night. I think I need to make the decision by then. So that's what I'm planning to do. We shall see. I am going to talk tonight about my plans for the Tacoma if I go ahead and get it. And these are the things that that I would have to do or be able to do, I guess, if I did get it, and need to make sure that it fits in the truck, of course. Mimiku says, pretty good, just got home, went to look at houses for sale. Awesome. So are you looking to buy a house, or what are you doing? Is this your first one? You should talk to Yuru, the real estate whisperer. She can tell you all about buying houses, because she sells houses. So anyway, that's kind of, oh, and I made a trip to the dealer today, by the way, because they actually had a truck in stock in their showroom that I was interested in measuring, I guess. Devontae, yo, what's up, YouTube? Devontae, how you doing, man? It's Monday night. Welcome. Just going to talk a little bit about what I'm going to do, hopefully, with this Tacoma, if I decide to get it, and what I need to be able to do with it, should I get it, as far as it fitting in the garage and all that kind of stuff. I mean, obviously, it has to be able to do that, or it would kind of negate the purpose of getting one over the Tundra anyway, if that's the way I go. So, I don't know. Let's see. Mimiku says, trying to buy my first house. Where is she located? In California, IA. Awesome. I hear real estate is really expensive in California. Are you finding that to be true? Ramiro Estrada. Hi, left Tundra dude to come here. Well, welcome. I appreciate you being here, Ramiro. Going to talk a little bit about this Tacoma tonight. If I get it, what I have to be able to do with it, I've got some pictures to show you guys. There was actually a truck at the dealership that is the exact setup that I would want if I get it. Let's see. Casey. Welcome, Casey. How you doing, man? Casey says, is there any concern with reliability since the Tacoma is assembled in Mexico? No, I don't have any concerns about any Toyota reliability, to be honest with you. And I kind of thought that it was final assembled in, oh shoot, not Austin. I can't remember the name. Jeez, but here in Texas, but I'm not positive. Gear Runner says, hey, my man, what's shaking? Hey, how you doing, Gear? What's up, man? I watched your Tough Skins video a little while ago. You know, that is an awesome product. I highly recommend that. Very, very good product. And very nice install video you had there. I particularly liked the cleaning part. That was awesome. Mimiku says, sucks because I'm in Orange County and 500K isn't getting me a nice, luxurious house, LOL. You need to move to the Midwest. 500K will get you a real nice house in Ohio. An even nicer house in southern Texas. I'm just saying, you know. Let's see. Gear Runner. Hi, Mimiku, Casey, and Ramiro. Gear Runner says, hi, Devontae. Mimiku says, I'm Mexican and I'm reliable. I like that. Gear Runner says, me too. Gear, I didn't know you were Mexican, but hey, that's cool. Ramiro says, hi, Gear Runners, or Gear Runner, and everyone on tonight. Dan says, are you leaning more towards Tacoma or Tundra? Boy, that's a tough one. I guess it depends on what perspective I'm looking at. You know, as far as fitting in the garage and being able to satisfy that need, it would be the Tacoma. I mean, it fits in there well. As far as mods go, being able to do what I want to do with it, you know, and still be able to fit in the garage, I would have to say Tacoma. For comfort and power, you'd have to say Tundra. This is my dilemma, you see. For room and space, you'd have to go Tundra. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm going to put up a couple pictures here in a few about, or showing rather, what I want to do with this truck. And it makes it even more appealing to think of being able to do this, you know. Gear Runner says, thank you. Thank you very much. Gear Runner says, no, not Mexican. I was saying, me too, that I thought it was a great product. Oh, okay, gotcha. I was going to say, I didn't think you had any Mexican blood in you, but I don't know. Mimiku says, love Orange County, could go to San Bernardino County and get a house, but there isn't anything that way. Oh, bummer, man. Mimiku's laughing his arse off at Gear. Hey, I was only reading what I saw. I mean, I don't know. Gear Runner is laughing out loud as well. So, yeah, I actually made a trip to the dealer today. Last week when I was looking in there at Tacomas and stuff, and actually when I took this one out to test for a little bit, they had a black one in the showroom. And that black one, I believe, though, was the TSS edition, I think. But either way, it was lifted, and it had different wheels and bigger tires on it, and it was just awesome. I mean, I saw that truck, and I thought for a minute about going for that one. But the cost, because you have to have dealer markup in the parts, or excuse me, in the extras, right? And I just didn't want to pay the extra money for something that I know I can have done for less by going direct to a shop myself, or even the wheels and tires. So that's kind of why and that model did not have the options on it that I wanted. You know, I wanted navigation, I wanted the bigger radio screen, I wanted keyless entry, push button start, and the one that I've got at the moment has all of that stuff on it. So I didn't really want to do that, you know. Jack says, hello everyone. Jack, how you doing, man? What's happening? Devontae says, hey Gear. Jordan says, ThrobbNation. Buy Ram 1500, Ram 2500, Ram 3500. Jordan, that's a bigger truck, or at least the same size. I'd just stick with the Tundra if I was going to do that. Gear Runner says, hi Jack. How are you, buddy? Jack says, hi Andy, good. Or I'm good, Andy, rather. How is your dad? Yeah, how is your dad doing, Gear? Jack says, hello, Pokemon and Devontae. Mimiku says, I'm surprised my Cavalry Blue TRD Pro gets as much attention as it does. Boy, I'm not. That color on that truck is awesome. I love the color on that truck, man. It's just too cool. Gear Runner says he's doing good, Jack. He's back home and resting. Thank you for asking. Ramiro says, have you thought about the TRD Tacoma? Is nice, not Tundra, but okay. Absolutely. I've got one right now that I am kind of testing out right there. That's the one that I'm kicking around in right now. You guys can see. And I love it. It's the TRD Sport. But I love that truck, man. It's awesome. Jack says hello, Jordan. Jack says hello, Ramiro. Jordan says, buy Toyota Tundra. I have a Toyota Tundra. I have a cement 2018 Tundra Crewmax Limited TRD off-road. Now, in a few years, when they do their little refresh and actually come out with, you know, the latest and greatest stuff on the Tundra, well, that might be okay. And, you know, this truck, depending on where I'm at by then, you know, are we still here? Are we somewhere else? Yeah, who knows? This truck might be a good bridge gapper in between. Who knows? Who knows? Let's see. Jake says, but you love them all. I do love them all. You know, there are only a handful, probably less, vehicles that I've ever bought that I did not like. One was the Civic Si a few years ago. Hated that car. I had a Honda Odyssey. Didn't really like that as much as I thought I was gonna. I had a Plymouth Voyager before that, and I really liked that vehicle, but not so much the Odyssey. You know, that was kind of a drag. So, yeah, I don't know. Brian says, hey, Brian, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, man. Brian says, love the Tacoma, but can't believe the 19s don't have Apple CarPlay. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that anyway, so it doesn't really bother me too much, but a lot of people really like that, so I know what you mean. Gear Runner says, hi, Jake and Brian. Excuse me. I need to get on live chat before I lose my mind. There we go. Where is Edge to tell me to be on live chat? I mean, come on, man. Mimiku says, I upgraded the sound system on my Tacoma everything. JL Audio stock head unit sounds amazing. Cool. I might ask you some questions about that if I go that way later. Who knows? Devante says, hey, Rob, is this Toyota Tacoma different from your last Tacoma? It's red. It's red. I believe it has a different sound system in it, too, I think, than what I had before. But I could be wrong. I can't remember what I had in it before. Let's see. Gear Runner says, you're going to hurt Trousers' feelings. LOL. I know. Justin's so sensitive about his Odyssey. You know, what are you going to do? Jake says, hi, Gear Runner. Ramiro says, is Wifey making an appearance tonight? Yes, she said she was going to be on. Hopefully she'll be up here soon. Jordan says, ThrobbNation, buy ATV. Buy an ATV? What in the world would I do with an ATV? Hard to drive one of those on the freeway, man. Let's see. All right, I'm going to show you guys some pictures. This is the truck that I saw in the showroom. And somebody actually bought it last Saturday. And to finish my story, I went over there today. Looking to measure the wheel dimensions from outside to outside so I could see how wide it was on the wheels, the way this truck is set up, and whether or not it would fit in my garage on the lifts, or the lift would only fit on one side. So my lift, I've got about, let's see, I made me a note here so I'd actually remember because, you know, brain's like a sieve. I have two different dimensions. There's kind of a little block when the lift is on the ground that you have to fit in between. That's 80 inches. If the lift is up in the air, the distance between the two columns is 93 inches. Now, when I went over there today, it was sold, so I couldn't look at that one. But they had one out in the shop that they just gotten back from having a lift and everything installed. And he actually put a little wider spacers on the wheels on this one. And it measured 77 inches from outside edge to outside edge of the tires. So that would leave me 3 inches or 1.5 inches on each side. That would be a little tight with the lift down. With the lift up, it would leave me, what, 16 inches? 8 inches on each side. You know, not too bad. That would be easily doable. And it's probably always going to be on the bottom anyway, unless I want to raise it up to work on it or something. So plenty of room, in other words, to be able to go ahead and get the Tacoma and lift it. I have plenty of height. Height's not really an issue, and I'll talk about the lift that I'd put on it here in a minute. But let's catch up with some comments. JC says, I'll switch my account to TNF after this comment. I just wanted to show you my new profile picture. Oh, it's the doggy. Hey, JC, how you doing? Jack says, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification button for new content, and thanks to all the new folks for being on the live stream. Also, give thumbs up to thanks. Appreciate that, Jack. Thumbs up to you for mentioning it. Really do appreciate that. Thank you. It's very important, too, you know. Thumbs ups help the video. Obviously, having people on, yeah, it helps the video as well. Richard Garner says, hi, everyone. Garner, how you doing, buddy? Jake says, Rob, the shelf behind you is crooked. It bothers me. It's not crooked. It's an illusion in the camera. Jack says, hey, Richard. Gear Runner says, hey, Garner. Jordan says, Tundra versus Tacoma towing. I don't tow anything, so it's not really an issue for me. Gear Runner says, Up. Up. Richard Garner says, Gear Runner, I want to know how I got honey. I want to know how I got honey in my beard. Are you a beekeeper? Let's see. Gear Runner says, I'm not sure I do, Garner. I'm not sure I do. Up, we have a visitor in the room, and she's just in time because she can add her opinion. Are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go.
Better move a chair.
It's Krista Greenbeans.
Yay.
Yay! Round of
Yay.
applause again. I like to do that every time you join. You know,
You're so weird.
positive reinforcement makes you feel good. You feel good?
No, I feel weird.
You look great.
Why, thank you.
Let's see.
All right. Bow chicka brown cow.
Something like that. Gear Runner says, I'm not sure. I read that. Gear Runner says, hi, JC. Ramiro says, Gear Runner. Ramiro was asking if you'd be joining tonight.
Oh.
Ramiro says, Gear Runner, just subscribe to your channel. Looks interesting. Love CZs. He has a great channel. If you haven't before, check out Gear Runner. Great gun stuff. It's a gun.
Oh.
CZ is a gun.
Got it.
Some truck stuff. All kinds of gear stuff. Hence the term, the name. You know, Gear Runner.
Yep.
Gear Runner says, thank you, Ramiro. I love that CC P10C. About Hot Throb. Wait a minute. About Hot Throb talked into buying. About Had Throb talked into buying one. You do. I'm getting close.
Oh.
Richard Garner says, I hope Rob has his reading glasses on today. I know it's horrible.
No kidding.
Jack says, hey, Krista.
Hi, Jack.
Gear Runner says, hi, Green Beans.
Hey, thank you. Hi, Gear Runner.
Garner says, looking good today, Krista.
Why, thank you. Wow.
Get a Toyota 4Runner since you don't haul anything. Nah, I don't want an SUV, man.
Why not?
What for?
They're cool.
They're okay.
What do you need a truck for?
John Gonzalez. How you doing, John? John says, hey, Rob, Tacoma is nice, but you will be missing the comfort space that the Tundra has. Both are great trucks, in my opinion. Tundra all the way. Certainly a consideration, John. Absolutely.
Yeah, the seats in the Tacoma. Sorry. No.
Don't make me put the glasses on you. Mimiku says, aw, you two look like you were in high school just a moment ago. LOL.
Sometimes it is that way.
Well then.
Well then.
I'll take that as a compliment.
That's, well.
Jack says, hello, John. Gear Runner says, hi, John. Gear Runner says, get an Xterra. Oh, no. Do they even make the Xterra anymore? Excuse me, I don't think they do.
He's laughing.
Gear Runner is laughing. Garner says, Rob, just build a big garage. There's no room for that.
There's nowhere to put
No room
it,
for that
yeah.
here. I'd have to build it in the street. Ramiro says, we need to get Rob into CZ. I got a 75B Omega and an SP01. Hi, Krista.
Hi, Ramiro.
I got to tell you, I don't know enough about him to even know what that means. Mimiku says, wow. LOL. All right, let me show you this truck.
What truck?
I got a couple pictures up of the black truck. That was the one I saw the lift and the new wheels and stuff on at the dealer and the tires when I was looking at or going in and looking at the Tacoma. Gear Runner says, we do. I have a P10C and a P07.
Well then.
Here we go. Here's the first picture of this truck. Now, I'll make it a little bigger. This is with a 3.2 ready lift. Check that out. Now, this picture I don't think does it justice, but this is a 3.2 ready lift.
That looks pretty sweet.
It is really.
I actually like those wheels for my Jeep.
Oh, well, we're going to. Don't you copy my wheels.
I like because they're black. The bolts are black, aren't they?
No, they're actually silver.
Oh, are they? Oh, what's wrong
Or they
with
might
you?
actually be the color of the wheel here. I'm not sure. I have to see them closer. I have a different picture here in a minute. But that's the setup of the truck. It was actually indoors when I was in there, but this must have been after they did it. That's one picture, and like I said, I really like the stance of that truck. I think it's tough.
I like that.
Isn't it nice? Let's see. Gear Runner says it does look pretty good. Yeah, it kind of resembles your truck in mini form, doesn't it? Jack says, if you get that black truck, will it go in the garage? That would fit in the garage.
Yep.
Gear Runner says, LOL, Krista is going to buy the wheels. Can you believe everybody's always taking my stuff?
I've seen those wheels already.
You have. What brand are they?
I don't know. I just recognize them. That's
sure.
all.
You know if you really like them.
I do.
Jack says, fit. Yep, I got you, Jack. And it will fit.
Oh.
Wait, who's this? Who is that? Oh, ThrobbNation fan. My gosh, I can't even read what's in front of my face. We got a super chat from JC.
That's awesome.
Otherwise known as ThrobbNation fan for $2. Thank you, JC. I appreciate that. JC says, please mention my new video of jumping my ATV. There you go. JC's got a new video on his channel. It is entitled, JC, Jumping His New ATV, or Jumping His ATV. Check it out.
That's awesome.
Let's see. Richard Garner says, Gear Runner has, if you mess with my daughter gun, I will shoot it off kind of gun. Yeah. Even though it's very difficult to read. I understand what you're saying there. Romero says, get those wheels and tires for the Tundra. It wouldn't fit in my garage.
I'm going to get those wheels and tires for my Jeep.
What Jeep?
That's sweet.
Did you get a Jeep?
Don't even mess with me.
Yeah. Gear Runner says, LOL, Garner. Jack says, awesome, JC. Gear Runner says, nice, JC.
That's awesome.
Let me show you another pic. Let me close that one off, and we're going to bring up a new one. This is another vantage or another view of this truck. This is a rear view. Maybe I can actually see what it says now. I thought it was TSS.
That's strange.
But it's not. It's a TRD Sport. So it's not the TSS that I thought it was. So never mind. I had that wrong. Another shot of the wheels there. Different viewpoint from the angle. This does have the blacked out tip on it, just like mine does, which I think is pretty darn cool too. But that gives you a different view.
Can you broaden it a little more?
I can. Let's see. Let me make it a little bit bigger. There you go.
Okay. I see the chrome in the...
Yeah, there may be. I don't know.
Wheel.
I'd have to paint that or something.
Oh, yeah, but you've tried that before, and it didn't go very well.
That was on something else. But that's a rear view. And again, I thought it was a TSS. I don't know where I'm getting that. I know it's the Tundra safety system, but that's not what I'm thinking. Let's see.
Jake.
Jake says, I remember... Oh, wait a minute. We have another super chat we have to mention. If you send it, I shall read it. And I shall read what you write. Gear Runner says, please tell everyone that I am better looking than you.
You're so funny.
Gear Runner better than me. Anyway, I want to thank Gear for his $1.99 super chat. If you haven't before, check out
Gear Runner, right?
Check out Gear Runner's channel. It is entitled Gear Runner.
Yep.
And he has a very original video up tonight about talking about pleasing his wife. I'm not sure what the rating is on it, but check it out. It's over on Gear Runner's channel. Thanks, Gear. I do appreciate that, buddy.
That's awesome.
Let's see.
God.
Jake says, I remember back when the Toyota Tacoma came with a lift, big tires, roll bar, and fancy decal down the side.
Yeah.
Man, I don't remember that. The only one I remember like that was the one from Back to the Future with the KC lights up on it, you know. ThrobbNation fan says, if you don't like this comment, don't read it. Is Krista's name on the title for the Jeep? That actually is personal and of no one's concern. Let's see. Jake says, get that one. Yeah, that's what other people have said. Get that one. The problem with that one is it's a lot of money because of the dealer markup on the lift and the tires and wheels and all that. And there's nothing wrong with that. The dealer needs to make a profit. I don't have a problem with that, but I don't need to pay that profit. You know, I can go and spec out what I want and have it done at a shop. There are shops all over the place here.
Lots.
So I'm not willing to pay to have that done. Plus, that truck didn't have the options on it that I want. Doesn't have navigation, doesn't have keyless entry, doesn't have stop-start, doesn't have the bigger screen. Excuse me. So that's kind of why I really wasn't interested in that. Richard Garner says, Rob, don't cover Krista's face with that pic. Yeah, she's the one that asked me to expand it.
That's my fault.
It's actually covering my face now. Here, let me make Gear Runner happy. There, Gear. You can see the awesome beauty of
your awesomeness.
My awesomeness now.
Is it radiating out?
Out of my ears.
Everyone's
and
feeling it out there. That's
every
watching.
orifice.
Oh my God.
Jack says, I like it. Thanks, Jack. I think it's pretty awesome myself, man. ThrobbNation fan says, LOL Gear. Jack says, awesome, Andy.
Yeah.
Richard Garner says,
I will believe that.
Gear Runner, I will believe that. Gear Runner
That's a
says,
ding on you, honey.
I know, I appreciate that. Gear Runner says, thank you. Gear Runner's laughing and crying and just generally hysterical over there because, you know, once you get Gear going, it's hard to turn him off. I'm just saying.
It was funny.
Unless you're his wife.
Oh.
Let's see. Jake says, I'm older than you. You are older than me, man. You're way older than me. Gear Runner says, thanks,
Why are
Garner.
you wanting to let everyone know that?
Because he's so old, it doesn't even matter. Gear Runner says, thanks, Garner. Garner says, Gear Runner, you are supposed to keep that between you and your wife. ThrobbNation fan says, I understand. Sorry. No big deal. Never hurts to ask, JC. I just want to give you an honest answer. King of the Crease says, I am number 1, baby. But he's like number 25. Or something. Jack says, Kotzi, how you doing? Gear Runner says she didn't know about it, Garner, so that made it okay. Oh. Gear Runner says, hi, King. King of the Crease says, hey, Jack. King of the Crease says, I am good, baby. I am good.
Awesome.
Jake says, have them find you a truck that's black. I don't want a black truck. I could have bought a black truck if I wanted after I'm done with this one. So, King of the Crease says, yo, Gear. Ramiro says, you will miss the V8 sound if you get a Taco. You can actually change the exhaust on the Tacoma. I'm just saying. It won't sound like the V8. Might sound more like a Honda Civic, but you can do it.
Ew.
Brian says, what about the Ford Ranger? I thought about that for about a split second, and then I remembered the 2 Ford F-150s I had that had problems, and that was it. Gear Runner says, thank you for moving that picture, Rob. You make me look good. And then he woke up and grabbed a mirror and screamed loudly.
The dream is over.
King of the Crease says, Richard Garner, don't be late to VCG tonight. They have to pay up.
Then you have to pay up.
Then you have to pay up. Uh-oh.
Wow, honey.
Just make sure you stay here, Garner. It's okay. King of the Crease says, hi, Rob and Krista.
Hi,
Thunder
King.
Whisper says, Bueller, 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 Bueller. Ferris Bueller. Richard Garner says, Gear Runner, I have locked box full of over 400 mature movies and magazines and calendars that my mom doesn't know I have and never will find out.
I would certainly hope not.
Jack says, yo, T-Dub. T-Dub, aren't you like 46 years old or something? Why, are you living with your mom?
He's a youngin'.
He is a youngin'. Gear Runner says, hey, T-Dub, I have your shirt.
I'm a youngin', you're an old
Finally,
man.
Gear Runner has TW's shirt. Gear Runner, he's put on like 50 pounds since then. He
You're
needs
to
a new
order
one
a new
now.
one.
Or maybe he lost 50 pounds. I don't know. Gear Runner says, wow, Garner, I don't want to know that.
Yeah.
You're just like me.
King of the Crease, oh my God, Richard. No kidding.
ThrobbNation fan says, what about a Frontier since you've never owned one before? I have owned a Frontier, actually. Several years ago.
Back in the 1700s?
No. When they were bigger. And they were okay. They were just very industrial feeling.
Oh.
I don't know what they're like now. I've seen them at car shows and stuff, but
Might be more comfortable now.
Not really my thing, man. Jake retracted. Gear Runner says, Thunder Whisper, can you email me again? It's been so long, he's forgotten or lost your email. Gear Runner says, I still have it, but I have so many emails, it would be hard to find. Well, you know. Ramiro says, what about going back to Ram? No, if I was going to stay with a full-size truck, I wouldn't do anything or consider doing anything with the Tundra. I'd just stick with it. But all right, let's have another picture. This is next to last picture, and then I'll show you guys a closer up picture of the wheels.
There's a red thingy up there.
That's all right.
Okay.
Those red thingies are good. There is
wow.
there is a front on picture Let me stretch that puppy out so you can see it. I should have gotten one more direct because it really
There's
looks good.
something added on there, it looks like.
What do you see?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it just looks...
No, what they did is they cut the mud guard in the front. They cut that as an angle because the front tires would rub otherwise.
Oh.
So they angled that. It looks really good because
does.
it has grooves. I can't point on the picture.
No.
It has grooves in the sides,
You
or
can see them if you look real close.
yeah, they're not grooves. They're actually they jut out. But it looks really good that way. I like the look.
I like that.
Yeah.
That looks beastly.
It does. And once we change that grill out, if we go that way, then that'll be even better, man.
There you go.
Let's see.
No, you've gone too far. Jake, wait for the new Ranger.
Jake says wait for the new Ranger. Nah, I wouldn't buy a Ford anyway, probably.
You want to make it smaller now?
ThrobbNation fan. No, I want to gaze upon its awesomeness for a moment. ThrobbNation fan says Colorado or Canyon. Nah, too plain on the inside. Not that the Tacoma is, that flashy or anything, but I think it doesn't feel quite as industrial to me as those do. I don't know. I like the finish better. Richard Garner says, Rob, why doesn't Krista ever wear your shirt on your channel when you go live?
I don't know. I never think about it.
You need to put my shirt on.
You're not wearing your own shirt, so why aren't you wearing your own shirt?
Well, wait a minute. I am wearing my own shirt. You can easily see my logo right there. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
Lie.
Yep. Come on, man.
Yep.
I need to do that. That's actually a very good marketing comment there,
yep.
I think.
Yep.
Let's see. Why doesn't she wear Renaissance? It's King Rennie, king of the Rennie tribe, the Rennieman.
He's stacking racks.
He's stacking racks again. Let's see. Man, I've lost my place. Rennie says, Garner, I'm telling your mom, Suzanne, about your dirty box. I like that. Send her an email right now. Better yet, scroll back, do a print screen of that, and send that to her.
Richard, why did you shared this information with people?
Everybody. I mean, at least
anyone
6
and everyone
people
who
will
watches
see
this live stream. Not only now, but once it's out there.
Canada Crease is laughing his arse off. Jack says, I think if you get to Tacoma, you are driving now, you can make it look like the black one, much cheaper, and you can add whatever more you want. Exactly, Jack. You hit the nail right on the head, man. I can change it because that's just the lift. It's a 3.2 ready lift. Wheels and tires. And in a minute, we're going to take a look at the wheels and tires a little up close. I will tell you right now, though, they are upside down. But we're going to go there in a minute. But great point. Renaissance says, Yo King. King of the Crease says, Renaissance. Ramiro says, which truck did Krista like more? The Tundra, Tacoma, or Ram Rebel?
Tundra.
And
my honest.
Why is that?
Because. I told you.
Because.
Yes.
Remember when you said that back in school?
I know.
The
I always,
say why
I always
you go,
had good.
because.
I always had good grades, so it didn't matter.
So you must have expanded more. So please.
The Tundra is far more comfortable. It is. The interior of it is fantastic. The seats for long distance driving are fantastic.
Much better.
The Tacoma seats don't even compare on any scale. The V8, I mean, come on. Really? It's just awesome. And if you put tow haul on, or turn it off, whichever the way you press the button, oh my God, it is a blast to drive. So the Tundra is, I love it. I love that truck. I really do.
All right. Jack says, hey, Rennie. Gear Runner says, hey, Rennie. Renaissance says, hello, Krista, and the other guy.
Hi, Rennie.
Rennie says, hey, Jack. Rennie says, yo, Gear. Richard Garner says, Renaissance man. I also have a flashlight.
Flashlight.
No, I think he meant exactly what he typed.
Oh, my God.
Renaissance man says,
what is that?
We don't want to go into that. Let's see.
Oh, my God. You sleeping?
Renaissance man says, Garner, I hope that was an autocorrect, a flashlight. I doubt that it was.
Oh, my God.
Let's see. ThrobbNation fan says, Raider Dakota. Raider.
Raider.
I don't know what Raider is. Dakota, if you're talking about the truck, but they don't make that anymore. King of the Creek says, Krista, I like the color of your Jeep.
So do I. I think it is so awesome.
It's pretty nice. I like it too.
I love it. He's jealous. See?
Thunder Whisper says, which tire model does the dealer have mounted on that Taco? Well, here, I'm going to put the picture up in just a minute. You can see for yourself, and I can't remember till I look at it, so we're going to look here in a minute. Jake says, would you paint the grill black or color-coded? I'm going to replace the grill if I do anything, just like I did on the other Tacoma. I would put a TRD Pro grill on there, which I believe you can get. Richard Garner says, I think Rob just want that truck to feel young again. That's what it is. That'll do it. Once I have that truck, I'm 16, man. Let me tell you.
I'm waiting to see this.
Richard Guy, you better wait. Richard Gear Runner.
It's gonna be a long wait.
Richard Gear Runner says, Thunder Whisper, I have your shirt. I thought you would be like, finally, man. I think he forgot about it. I'm not even sure he knows what you're talking about. ThrobbNation fan says, Atlas Truck. Atlas Truck.
Is this like a cube truck
I'm not sure.
Something? I'm not sure.
Richard Garner says, Renaissance Man. My mom has never heard of YouTube. Yeah? Hey, Mrs. Garner, welcome to the stream. Gear Runner says, ready lift all day long. Yep. Gear Runner has it on his truck. It's good for him. I think it'll be good for me. ThrobbNation fan says, manual transmission truck. No. Nope, don't want that. The only thing I like the manual in is something sporty. You know, something small that I can zip around in. A car, yeah. Jimmy Pham says, hey, what's up? What are you all fighting for? Nobody's fighting.
Nobody's fighting.
Ramiro says, Krista made all the points there. Why you need to keep the Tundra. Krista's deluded. I think she might be on medication.
Wow.
Richard Garner says, Krista, I am still hungry for some pumpkin Jeep.
Well, continue on being hungry, buddy. I don't know what to tell you.
Nettie Girl says, Nettie Girl, how you doing? Nettie Girl says, tell him, Krista, us Tundra wives have to stick together.
I know it. I know it.
But remind me, and I may know this, but Nettie Girl, what do you drive? What are you driving?
No, she's driving the Tundra.
She's not
just
driving.
like I have been.
What's Tundra
I've
Whisperer?
driven the Tundra more than
what's
you.
Wade driving?
The Tundra.
They're not both have two Tundras.
They probably do.
They do not.
Jack
says, Jimmy, how you doing? Gear Runner says, hi, Nettie Girl. Jack says, hey, Nettie Girl, how are you? Nettie Girl says, hi, Gear Runner. Nettie Girl says, hello, Jack. Tony Warren, how you doing, Tony? Tony says, hi, Jeep Lady and Tundra Tacoma Dude.
Hey, Tony.
I'm conflicted, I know. Renaissance Man says Garner must have more calluses on his right hand than a Renaissance-era blacksmith. You know, he would, but he's actually left-handed.
Whoa.
That was easy.
Gear Runner says, I see what happened. You can't handle Krista having a newer vehicle than you.
He can't.
That's what it is, man. He
can't.
Me. Richard Garner says, it was a gag gift I got from a friend on my 34th birthday. ThrobbNation fan says, Mitsubishi Raider, why does it matter if a vehicle is discontinued?
Wait a minute. Isn't he 34?
He's 46.
No. Richard Garner.
Oh, I don't know.
You're thinking of someone else.
Yeah, I'm thinking of T-Dub.
How old are you, Richard?
ThrobbNation fan, Mitsubishi Raider, what does it matter if the vehicle is discontinued? I would never buy a discontinued vehicle.
No.
No parts in 10 years.
No.
And if they're not making it now, that means you're buying used. The only thing I'd buy used at the moment would be a Jeep. Jack says, hello, Tony.
And we only have one Jeep in the family. That's the way it works. So.
Oh, well, then I guess we share
it.
Just like the dog.
Dream on.
King of the Crease says,
LOL
Renaissance. Trouser Rouser. Justin, how you doing, buddy? Hey,
Beamer
everyone.
guy.
How is everybody? We're good. How you doing? Beamer Guy. What's up, buddy? Beamer Guy says, hey, Rob. Beamer Guy says, are you seriously buying another Tacoma? I know. I have a disease, man. I don't know. We'll see. Wednesday, I shall
hopefully everyone here watching knows that he has issues. He has issues when it comes to cars.
Jack says, hello, Justin and Beamer. King of the Crease says, yo, Trouser Rouser. Jimmy Pham says, Jack,
what's up?
What's up, buddy? ThrobbNation fan says, VW truck. It's coming out soon. Really? I hadn't even heard of this. I'd like a VW bus.
Well, that is old.
I'll take a new one.
No, you can't take a new one. It wouldn't be anything like the old ones.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. ThrobbNation fan says V-Dub truck. I read that. Gear Runner says Justin. Rob was talking bad about the Odyssey earlier.
Were you?
These guys just tell everything.
Were you?
Between Gear, you know, Gear and Brian Edge, it's like having 2 additional wives. You know, you can't keep a secret. You gotta spill everything as soon as it happens.
Do it. Keep it up. Thank you very much.
Jeez.
You're awesome.
Tony Warren says hi, Jack. Renaissance Man says hey, Justin. Gear Runner says hi, Tony Warren. Trouser Roger says sup, everyone.
Sup.
Tony Warren says hey, Gear. Beamer Guy says took the blue X3.
See, you're hovering your finger.
In for 30,000 mile service, and one of the tires was separating apparently really bad. So 4 new tires on it. Well, that's awesome. That means you took it in at the right time.
Yeah,
30,000
miles. That's about right.
Trouser Rouser says, "What's up, Rob?"
No, what's this, Rob?
Oh, what's this, Rob? You hating on Odysseys?
Yeah, man.
I don't hate Odysseys.
What's wrong with you?
I just didn't like the one I had.
We had one. I was driving it after I had back surgery. I'm sorry, I didn't really like it.
Jack says, if I didn't have an RV to tow around, I would get a Taco too, Throb. Hey, there we go. Very cool. See, I don't have anything to tow, you know, and I really don't have anything to haul anymore. So, man, Gear Runner says, that sucks, Beamer.
A little bit.
Richard Garner says, Rob, if you're ever in Tennessee, you will always find an Amish buggy in the ditch.
No, I hope not. What happens to the people?
Yeah, why don't they just pick it up and put it back on the road? Jimmy Pham says, got y'all, just fighting for trucks. Yes, that's the way it is here. ThrobbNation fan says, if anyone's interested in what I drive a 2008 Arctic Cat 250.
What's that?
That's an ATV.
Oh.
Because ThrobbNation fan is, I believe, what are you, 14 or 15?
Okay.
Rennie says, Suzanne, put Garner up for adoption when he turned 25. She hasn't seen him since. King of the Crease is laughing out loud. Jack says, Rennie, and he's laughing. Gear Runner says, I think I'm 36, LOL. Just count those gray hairs and that beard I saw in your video today. Richard Garner says, Krista, I am 34 years old, and I was born in
I thought he mentioned it the other day. That's why I asked.
1984. Wow, man.
Gear Runner says, I think I'm 36, LOL.
Are you really? That's a year after I got out of high school.
84. You're a youngin', man.
Beamer Guy says, Krista, fight for your Jeep. You gotta fight.
Oh, it's my
Jeep. You're right.
No, it's my Jeep.
Trouser Rouser says, today at the bank, an old lady asked me to help check her balance, so I pushed her over. That was easy. I like that. Beamer Guy says, all you do is talk about how good the Tundra is and how the Tacoma is so small for the family. It is, but the family now is right here. Trouser Rouser says,
not always going to be that way.
I know, but it's so infrequent that it won't matter. Trouser Rouser says, she was so ungrateful. I bet she didn't appreciate that. Now her hip is dislocated. Nettie Girl says, I drive a Ford Edge. A Ford Edge. I am an SUV kind of girl. TW, a Tundra, of course. And I love it. And
I want one
of my own.
There you go.
Why?
There you go.
What?
Because I like the Tundra. I think it should say.
What's that have to do with their mix?
Well, she wants one for her own, so do I.
Oh, I see. South Beach.
You're awesome.
You could have one. Just trade me the Jeep for the Tundra and it's yours.
No.
And then I'm Jeeping, man.
You've got 2 vehicles. I've got 1. So I need to add to my fleet.
I'm bigger than you.
I'm smarter than you.
I'm older than you.
I know. Shut him down.
South Beach Prank says, hey, what's up, Rob? And beautiful Krista. Just joined the chat. What have I missed? Any final decisions?
You've missed a few things.
The final decision,
you saw what just happened.
The final decision is going to be Wednesday. I'm shooting for Wednesday.
This Wednesday?
Yeah. Trouser Rouser says, hey, South Beach. Gear Runner says, hi, South Beach.
Uh-huh. Gear Runner wants to run to South Beach.
That's right. Richard Garner says, King of the Crease, I am going to Home Depot tomorrow, and I might come back with a rigid tool that I know
you will like, that I bought. All right.
Sounds awesome.
You'll have to show us on Instagram what
Bye,
you got.
Rigid. ThrobbNation fan says, it is Wednesday, my dudes. Who's seen that terrible video? My brother won't stop repeating that quote. You lost me there.
Yeah.
Renaissance Man says, Garner, a gag gift? You are using the flashlight wrong if you are gagging yourself. What?
Oh my God.
I could say so many things, but this is
man.
a G-rated / maybe PG-13
Oh, dear
channel,
God.
so I won't.
Oh
South
my
Beach
God.
Prank says, what's up, gear? South Beach says, what's up, trousers? Jimmy Pham says, my
turn, hey gear.
turn, hey gear runner.
Trouser retracted.
King of the Crease says, nice, Richard. Every time you buy a rigid tool, you're supposed to throw out a Ryobi tool.
Oh. Wow.
Beamer Guy says, whoa. There, watch yourself with the Odyssey. Trouser Rouser says, you should get a Nissan Quest instead of a Taco. Oh, God, no.
Oh.
God, no.
Beamer Guy.
Let's see.
You went too far.
Beamer Guy says, most of those Amish people are mean to animals. Well, that's not nice.
Ooh.
Jack says, Trouser, you're something else, buddy. Laughing and crying and smiling. Richard says, I stopped at the gas station to use the loo, and there was stuff everywhere. It's nice to know. Trouser Rouser says, LOL, thanks, Jack, assuming that's a compliment. Mimiku says, I'm back, my peeps.
Hey,
well,
Mimiku,
it's great to have you.
Yes.
Beamer Guy says, this is Krista's channel.
Yep. You got that right.
So you're ThrobbNation.
ThrobbNation.
Well, that makes it my channel. Jake says, let's see the wheels. All right, I'm going to show them here in just 1 second. King of the Crease says, I'm looking for the rigid brushless air compressor on sale for $50.
Well.
Jimmy Pham says, hi, everybody. Hey, Jimmy, how you doing? ThrobbNation fan says, I like Tacoma a lot, but don't you think the low seating position feels like you're sitting on a John?
Yeah, that's right. The seats,
they do sit rather sprawled. They rather sprawl, I think.
They angle down.
Trouser Roger says, hey, Jimmy, how are you? Beamer Guy says, I looked at a Ford Edge.
Mm-hmm.
Gear Runner says, hi, Jimmy. Richard Garner says, hi, Trouser Rouser. I smell you. Jimmy Pham says, good, Gear Runner. Good. Jake says, punch him, Judy. Trouser Rouser says, LOL. Richard, I pity the fool and you. Beamer Guy says, you will sell the Tundra just to make content for the channel. Yeah, I would do that. Gear Runner says, I'm banned from South Beach. I believe it. Keep those trousers on, man. Trouser Rouser says, so there's a lot of lift kits available for the Taco. There are, but I'm going to go with a ready lift if I do it. Jimmy Pham says, good Trouser Rouser. Beamer Guy says, Rob, this is a serious problem you have with cars.
No kidding.
I know.
I've lived it.
That's why I do this channel, because it's an outlet for me, you know? Jack says, yes, Justin, you made me laugh. I got headsets on, and I just started laughing out loud, and my wife said, are you okay? I told her the joke, and she laughed too. Thanks, Justin, for the laugh today. It was awesome. Pretty good.
That's awesome.
Renaissance Man says at Trouser Rouser, when you checked her balance, did her check bounce? That wasn't quite as good as the first one. The sequels never are already. Richard Garner says, Rob, I will keep it G-rated from now on. Thank you, Garner. Trouser Rouser says, awesome, Jack. Glad to hear that.
Trouble is, though, we already know about this.
Trouser Rouser says, nothing to bounce, Rennie.
You can't go back now.
Yeah, you can't re-unthink it.
You can't unread it. You can't unsee it.
Trouser Rouser said, is Krista going to post Jeep videos on her channel? No. Beamer Guy says,
excuse me.
The videos are 20 times better with Krista. She is much more content with life. More content with life. You're much more content with life.
Thank you.
What does that mean?
And don't speak for me.
I didn't. I spoke to you.
No. Is Krista going to post Jeep videos? Now he just deleted it on her video, on her channel, and you said no.
I did. Beamer Guy says, just giving Rob a hard time. LOL. Trouser Roger says, I agree, Garner. Jake says, 2-inch lift.
I agree, Beamer.
I agree, Beamer. I'm sorry. Jake says he wants a 2-inch lift.
Looks like a 12.
A 12-inch lift. Oh, yeah, no.
Reading glasses are
It's an
not,
explanation
are not
point. South Beach Prank TV says, hey, Rob, have you told Gear Runner that now you'll call him Gear Throbber?
Oh, that's right.
Gear Throbber.
You said that on Sunday, or whatever it was.
Beaver Guy says, why do you want to sell the Tundra? because it doesn't fit in my garage. I can't mod it the way it is.
He hasn't.
And I haven't sold it yet. Gear Runner says he hasn't.
This is his first time hearing it. You are now Gear Throbber.
Oh,
courtesy of him.
Gear Throbber. I like that. I think you should change the channel immediately. Richard Garner says, after the DeWalt 887 lost the war, Renaissance Man jokes have been off. Just not right now. All right, let's see the wheel and the tire. Here we go. This is, now it's upside down because of my stupid system, but it's a wheel, so does that really matter? Let's make it bigger.
Oh, you like that?
That's the same wheel, dear.
Yeah, I know, but it looked better from a distance. This has got like some brassy chrome or something going on in there.
It's bronze-ish.
Bronze-ish. Brass, bronze.
I could do black. Something. They have this in black.
Yeah.
And these are
now that I'm looking at that, I mean, it looks cool, but I'd get it all black, I think.
You can get it all black.
Yeah.
They're the Anzo rims, by the way. And let's see, there's 6 nuts. And these are Toyo Open Countries. Now, my only issue maybe is with the tires. You know, they're 33s, by the way. Are they any bigger and I'd have to go crazy, and I wouldn't. Let me catch up over here now.
Okay, South Beach. Oh, okay. Beamer guy.
Let's see. Richard Garner says, hashtag Gear Punisher. Gear Throbber Punisher. I kind of like that, pretty much.
It's a long name, though.
Jake says 35-inch tires. They're 33s. Beamer guy says, that garage you have is a mess. The garage I have is a mess? What do you mean?
Our current one? Is it a mess?
I don't know what he means by it's a mess.
Okay.
Why is it a mess? Let's shrink that down a little and put it right up here.
Right on your forehead.
So people can still gaze upon its awesomeness if they choose. King of the Crease says, Richard Garner, do you want to come down to the den for Tool Wars? I want to come. Can I come to Tool Wars? I want to come to Tool Wars.
Yeah, you can drive your crazy vehicle to New Jersey.
Oh, that's right. They live so far. You guys need to
We
move.
lived closer before. Now we live in the bottom of the country.
Thunder Whisper says, that's a fuel Ansa wheel. Yes, it is. It is indeed. Richard Garner said, wow. Rennie says, at Garner, I respectfully, and he's probably kidding, but he says, I respectfully disagree. I feel like I have been on fire.
Boom.
All week.
Tip
the servers. But don't touch the seats. I'm just saying.
There you go.
That was easy.
Gamer guy says, is this truck already modified? The black truck one? Is.
Yeah.
Not mine. I'll put a pickup real quick again of the black truck for those who didn't see it. This is the look that I'm going for. And that is the wheel that's on that truck. Let's go here. How about that? What the heck's going on with my picture?
Because you had a box up there already. You didn't delete that before you put your picture up there.
Oh, well, there. Now it's gone. It's still doing it. Wow. Okay, let's try this. There you go. This is what the truck looks like that I'm wanting mine to look like if I do indeed buy that one. It's got it's a 3.2 ready lift, and it has these Toyo tires and Anzo wheels. They're fuels. Mine wouldn't be black, of course. It would be red, but that's the inspiration for. And that one sold last Saturday, by the way. It's no longer at the dealer, so. It's gone. It's gone. Beamer guy said, I read that. Richard Garner says, King of the Crease. I would love to, man. I'd love to be there.
You'll be on the tube, man.
Gear Runner says, I like it. Awesome. Thunder Whisper says, Open Country Toyo MTs. Yup. What do you think of those? Is that the best option for really mostly all the time, if ever, never, not, on-road driving? Let's see.
Is that a yes or a no?
Oh, I want to know what people think. Mimiku says ThrobbNation is live, and so is Trump. Who do we watch? Well, that's a no-brainer.
No kidding.
ThrobbNation fan says, forgot to tell you, just got the Hero 7. Awesome. Have you used it yet? How is it? Excuse me. The dinner you fed me is fighting. Jimmy Pham says, ThrobbNation, or he didn't say that. He says, Volkswagen pickup truck. What they talking about?
I have no idea.
Willis. Jack Maxfield. Jack, welcome to the channel. How you doing, bud? Jack says, thumbs up on the wheels and tires. Just buy a set of those for the Tundra. If only I could. If I put those on the Tundra, it wouldn't fit in my garage anymore, probably. Or I wouldn't be able to lift it, and that would be it. Tony Warren says, Trump and Rob. Yes, with the emphasis on Rob. I'm just saying. You can have us both on. Turn the volume off on Trump. I'm just saying. Brandon says, hey, at ThrobbNation. Oh, my stream just got immediately removed. Brandon says, hey, at ThrobbNation. Brandon, how you doing, buddy? Gear Runner says, Trump is in my town. Yeah, I thought you were going to see him. Are you there right now? Trouser Rouser says, they look nice. Very nice. They look nice. Thank you. I do like them, man. Brandon says, hey, Gear and Trouser Rouser. Beamer Guy says, all those lifts would make me crazy. Why? You can drive on and park on top of them if you want to. I mean, you don't have to use them if you don't want to.
Yeah, you can park on the ramps.
Yeah, you can be ramped up.
That's where I'm at right now. I'm ramped up.
Trouser Rouser says, hey, Brandon. Gear Runner says, hey, Brandon. Beamer Guy says, someone is going to plow into that. No, you can't drive into the garage at 90 miles an hour. And there's no snow or ice. So it's not going to slide in. So unless you're not paying attention, which is on you, you shouldn't have a problem.
Yep.
Yeah, Brandon says, yo, at Renaissance Man. Jack says, hello, Jack and Brandon. Rennie Man says, hey, Brando. Brandon says, hey, Jack. And Tundra Whisperer. No mention of
well, keep reading.
The other guy.
Wow. Did you get stuck there for a second?
King of the Crease says, there is a big tool war going down in Columbus, Ohio on October 12th. Get ready.
Are you serious?
What are you talking about?
In Columbus? You
guys
going to be there?
ThrobbNation fan says, what is the app called again that does this cool stuff on the stream? It's OBS, which is Open Broadcaster Software. ThrobbNation fan, I read that. King of the Crease says, Brandon! Brandon says, hey, at King of the Crease 30. Trouser Roger says, you said you were tight in the rear of the hatch. Dad test drove a 2019 Hatch LX, and I had plenty of room in the back, and I'm 6'3". How tall is Dad? Is Dad like 4'9"?
Were you sitting behind your dad too, or were you on the other
let's
side?
see some more detail. Were you sitting across the seat with your legs touching the other door?
Were there two people up front or just one?
Brandon says, we were just talking to Walt over on the TD34 channel. Really? Who won? Trouser Rouser says, looks awesome except for the grill. The grill is going to change if I get that truck. It won't be like that. Richard Garner says, I killed an alien spider today and it could jump. Ew, I hate spiders. I saw a snake here today, man.
I can't kill them. I can't kill these big... Oh my God, all the bugs here are big. Ugh. We've had 2 bugs in our house so far. I think one was a cricket. It was like almost the size of my thumb, along with the half-dead cockroach that is like this big in our front foyer.
Mimiku says,
really?
For my TRD Pro Tacoma, should I add any color to my grill where it says Toyo? What color is your truck? Gear Runner says, people say the MT get a ton of miles before they wear out. People say the MTs get a ton of miles.
Isn't that new with those tires, those wheels?
Oh, okay. Gotcha. That's good to know. But how's the ride on the road? What tires do you have on your truck again, Gear? Rennie Man says at Brando, I need to check that channel out. ThrobbNation fan says, don't even know where to begin. In the middle. Gear Runner says, that's probably what I'm going to do next.
That's probably what I'm going with next.
I'm sorry. I can't read. Thunder Whisper says, no. Nitto Ridge Grapplers, best of both worlds. Designed for quiet street driving with an aggressive look.
I do like those Nittos. I really do like those Nittos for my Jeep. Oh my God.
That's what I'm thinking.
They look freaking awesome.
Gear Runner says, that is also a good tire, T-Dub.
Yep.
Renaissance Man says, Throb. You and Krista are always welcome at the Den for Tool Wars. Cool.
Yeah, but are you guys coming down to, like...
Is it mobile?
The Deep South?
Richard Garner says, Renaissance. I can't believe that Milwaukee trucks are a Ford. Brandon says, Renaissance Man, TD34 is a big DeWalt fan. He's not a fan of Vince's Milwaukee videos. I like tools that just work.
As long as they work and they're reliable.
You know, that do stuff. Mimiku says, Throb, for president, make America awesome again. I like that.
I like that.
I'll run on the platform of awesomeness. What do you think? And to borrow a little something from Trump, I'll always wear a ThrobbNation hat. Huh? I'll make ThrobbNation
make this picture
clean
smaller
again.
Or something. Or...
Yeah, let me move it. I'll move it over there.
Don't
There,
need it
so
there.
we can gaze upon its awesomeness. Gear Runner says Pam didn't get off.
In time
Pam
to go.
didn't get off in time to go. We couldn't have gotten in as late as it would have been. Trouser Rouser says, that sucks, man. That sucks, Gear. Gear says, luckily, the tickets were free. Oh, that's good. Thunder Whisper says, hi, Brandon. Richard Garner says, Gear Runner for president. No. He's secretary. He's secretary.
He's the assistant secretary.
Renaissance Man says, at Throb, a nice set of chrome truck nerds would look sweet on that truck's back and front bumper.
Do it. Send them.
No.
Send them to him, and he'll put them
Don't
on
waste
and
your
do a
money.
video about it.
It won't happen. They might go on the Jeep, though.
I know.
Trouser Rouser says, I was sitting behind Dad. I believe he's 6 foot.
Really?
I'm surprised, man.
Wow.
You must look for less room than I do in the back of a vehicle, because I'm telling you, for me, it was tight. Maybe I slouch. Gear Runner says, I'll do it, Garner. I'll do it. King of the Cree says, yes, October 12th in Columbus, Ohio at the Cop Tool Studio, VG.
BC Tool versus Tool Review Zone. Milwaukee versus the new Rigid Drill. It's going to be huge. October 12th? We're not going to be there. I can't believe you guys are going to be there and we're not there.
Mark A. Lamb. Welcome to the stream, Mark. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate you being here. He says, if you switch trucks, do not let the dealer drill holes for that tag bracket. There are things in the market that will allow you to install the tag on the front end of the truck.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. But if I go with this truck, it already has that bracket on and they already drilled the holes, man.
Yes. In my Jeep, they drilled the holes and they don't match the license plate cover.
No, it sucks. But I know what you mean.
I really don't like that.
Trouser Rogers says at least run for senator, Gear. I think he should run for
Congressman.
For Girl Scout president. Brandon says, King of the Crease, that new Rigid might be impressive. I might actually dig it, man. Trouser Rogers says, hey, Mark. Renaissance Man says at Gear, I thought you were smarter than that. See what you get for thinking? Mimiku says, Calvary Blue is awesome. I say it's awesome. Love the color. Richard Garner says, Kohl's has a coffee maker that I want, but it will cost me $199.99 for it.
Oh, wow.
Save your pennies or quit drinking coffee.
So one of those ones that makes espresso? I want one of those.
It's gross.
Oh, my God, I want one.
Gear Runner says, my wife tried to get me to run for mayor. Well, what happened? Too many skeletons in the closet, huh? Ooh. Gear Runner says, hey, Mark. Trouser Rouser says, Dollar General had coffee makers for $20. I also heard they were selling steaks or something, weren't they?
Who said, hey, Mark?
Jack.
Okay.
Jack says, hey, Mark.
All right.
Gear Runner says, I have Nitto Terra Grappler G2s. Ah, Nitto's Terra Grappler G2s. Gotcha. And they sound pretty nice, right? And they feel good, right?
Wait, go back one.
Gear Runner says, hi, Mark.
Okay.
Gear Runner says, look now, Rob is copying Krista's tires. That's right. Hey, it's the sincerest form of flattery, right? Kind of like, I'm not even going to say
I'm trying to be original, and then I got this guy over here.
Trouser Rouser says, you went to the beach Saturday.
No. It storms, rains. I mean, really, I don't know. Sun.
We're coming to the end of the rainy season here, so we should be good.
We've been here now for what, 3 weeks?
3 weeks. Richard Garner,
really?
Jimmy Pham says, is Volkswagen pick coming? What they talking about? Someone said there's a Volkswagen pickup truck. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't heard of it. Richard Garner says, I have a Keurig coffee maker right now, but if it doesn't stop acting up on me, it is going to meet the sledge maker.
Ooh.
Yes, I know it said hammer. Renaissance
I have a
Man
Keurig too, and it's great.
Renaissance Man says, later all, Garner, please get help.
Have a good one, Rennie.
Get it right away. Rennie, thanks for being on, buddy. I really appreciate you being here, man. Mark says, I'm here late. Is the Tundra history? It hasn't been announced. You will find out on Wednesday. Check out Wednesday's video. Right here is the stance. This truck here, that's the stance I'm looking for if I end up getting the the Tacoma, this is what I would do.
Yeah, so still in you're still in review, right?
Show a different. Well, of course, let's show a different version. Get rid of your box. Pardon? There is a different view of it from the front. Let's see.
Alrighty then.
Gear Runner says, "See ya, Rennie." Trouser Rouser says, "Pretty much, Mark. LOL." Oh yeah, like TR knows, really. Jack says, "Bye, Rennie. I'll miss you." We all will miss you, Rennie. Mark says, "LOL." Trouser Rouser says, "Bye, Rennie." He's got a tear running down his left eye.
You need to go back up.
I know. I like to embellish a little bit, you know. Let's see. Gear Runner says he still has it in for Mark.
He still has it
for now, Mark. Sorry. Yes, I do. Brandon says later at Renaissance Man. Jack says, not yet, Mark. Throb still has the Tundra. Gear Runner says, I got lucky with my truck. They didn't drill the holes in the front bumper. Oh. You did get lucky, let me tell you.
Yes.
Anymore, it's like immediate,
and,
you know.
Yeah, no kidding.
Richard Garner says, Gear Runner, old people always want to trade their vehicles off for something else all the time. I don't know what he's trying to say there.
He fits the bill.
Do I look like old people?
Yep.
Trouser Roger says, you don't need front plates in Tennessee. Well, that would be nice. I wish you didn't need them here either, but I asked. Oh, by the way, I went to the Texas Department of Motor Vehicles today. Right after I went to the inspection place. Here in Texas, you see, you have to have your vehicle inspected before you can get your plates.
That's a vehicle that you've already bought somewhere else.
That was the Honda. I took the Honda today.
My Jeep does not have to do this until, what is it, 2 years?
Yeah, when you buy new, you don't have to do it.
I bought it here in Texas, not out of state, so...
So, I took it in to have it inspected. Then I got to take a trip to the Texas DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles, where I stood in line for half an hour.
He was gone for almost all
morning and at the counter for at least another half an hour, where I switched the title to Texas, switched the registration to Texas, and got my first set of Texas license plates.
Ta-da.
How's that? I now am a Texan in the eyes of the DMV. Let's see. Trouser Rouser says, I read that. Excuse me. Gear Runner says, hashtag Make
America cough again.
Cough again. No, that's not what it says. Who can't read?
Oh, tough again.
Take back all that laughter. Just suck it all back in. You're wrong.
I thought it was cough.
Gear Runner's laughing out loud at Gardner. Gear Runner says, yeah, they drive and ride well.
Oh,
that's good to know, man. Gear Runner says, I know what you were fixing to say about copying something. That was directly aimed at you.
That was easy.
Let's see. Trouser Rouser says, would you buy the Mercedes truck? No. I would never buy a Mercedes truck.
Or a Mercedes
To
SUV.
me, that's a conundrum. Thunder Whisper says, no, it's gone, Mark. Trust me. He's made up his mind. Richard Garner says, bye, everyone. I got to go. Richard, thanks for being here, buddy. I appreciate you being on. Have a good night.
We'll see you next time.
Gear Runner says, that's true, T-Dub. Gear Runner says, see you, Gardner. Trouser Rouser says, bye, Richard. Jack says, bye, Richard. Trouser Rouser says, Krista, have you done any mods since last week?
Not yet.
Not yet, but there's some coming. They have to get here.
Yep.
Trouser Rouser says, hate state inspections. Yeah, we didn't do that in Ohio. What the heck? Jimmy Pham says, Volkswagen pickup truck probably has a 5.7 liter V8.
There's
something in a Volkswagen, you know. I was thinking more like a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder turbo. Gear Runner says, Rob's officially the smallest thing in Texas. Gear, you got to turn those binoculars the other way around. You know, I thought you knew how to use those, man. I mean,
come on now, boys.
Anybody with a Gear Runner channel certainly knows how to use binoculars. Come on, man.
Easy, boys.
Trouser Rouser's laughing out loud a couple times. Trouser Rouser says, do you have emissions testing in Texas too? I don't know what they do here. All I know is you go to a place, there's like these little stations where the oil change places and stuff can do it. You pull in there, you hand some guy your keys, you tell him you're here to get an inspection. He then says, all right, we'll pull it around, we'll check the oil and the air pressure and all this crap, and your car disappears. And then, about 15, 20 minutes later, it comes back around. They charge you $7 and hand you paperwork, and you got to put the sticker on yourself when you get it from the DMV. I'm just saying. Gear Runner says, have a great night and weekend, everyone. You too, Gear. Thanks for being on here, buddy. And check out Gear Runner's channel. Got a great video on, frankly, a product that I've never seen before. I'm not sure how he ever came across this product, but it is an excellent product. Check it out, Gear Runner.
There you go.
Mark A. Lamb says, Tacoma definitely looks great, and I miss mine, but got a bigger boat and had to get the Tundra. Well, I understand that. I told my wife I liked the Tundra, but I loved my Tacoma. See, that's the thing with me with appearance. I like the Tundra, but I love the Tacoma's appearance. I really do. Keenan says, so are you getting that Tacoma? Hey, Andy, Justin, etc. Yeah. That'll be announced Wednesday night when the next video comes out, which should be Wednesday. Gear Runner says, hi, Keenan. Trouser Rouser says, here, you got to leave your car for a whole day. Oh, we have a super chat. Super Jack. Super Jack. It fits.
Super Jack.
Super chat from Jack. $14.99. Thank you, Jack. I appreciate that. Jack says, here's to a new Texan. Thanks, bud. Once a Texas guy, always a Texas man. Go ahead and get the Tacoma so you can start on your mods.
You're awesome, Jack.
Awesome, Jack. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. That certainly will help, let me tell you. Because mods aren't cheap. Let's see. Trouser Rouser says here, you got to leave your car for a whole day at inspection places. Really?
My God.
What are they doing to it, man?
Football started.
Uh-oh. Why don't you announce that to everybody?
I just did.
Keaton says, here in Ontario, Canada, there are no emissions testing. Here goes straight pipes. Well, that's because you're in Canada. Right? You don't even know. Never mind. Gear Runner says, thanks, Rob. I can't quite recall where I saw that product. Little inside joke there. Trouser Roger says, awesome, Jack. Absolutely. It was awesome. We really appreciate that, Jack.
Thank you.
Keenan says, nice, Jack. Gear Runner says, awesome, Jack. Gear Runner says, no testing here either. Trouser Rouser says, they check your lights, brakes, tires, engines, fluids, everything.
Wow.
Wow. What does that have to do with emissions and safety, though, you know? Well, safety, I guess. That's really part of the reason. You know, and again, in our environment today, we have to make sure that everybody is as safe as possible. And we can't let them possibly do it themselves.
Wait, is Gear leaving?
Jack
says, see ya, Gear.
Let's see. Jack says, see ya, Gear. Keenan says, it's the new law. The emissions testing is gone. Yeah, no mufflers or catalytic converters. Awesome. Awesome. Thunder Whisper says, Trouser, where are you at again? Trouser's in Virginia, yeah. Keenan says, Thunder Whisper in Virginia. No, Thunder Whisper's not in Virginia.
At Thunder Whisper in Virginia.
That's his reading skills again.
Mm-hmm.
Jack says, Texas is all about emissions. That's how they get your money. That's right. I'd rather they just charge me the money and left me alone, you know? Just charge me the fee and don't make me have to go through that.
Oh, well.
Gear Runner says, I tried to time it right at the end of the comments. Guess I missed it. LOL. Gotcha.
Funny.
I understand. Keaton says, it's great now. My uncle's straight pipe truck is no longer illegal. Well, that's good. That's good, because if he were still illegal, he couldn't come into the United States. I'm just saying, we don't allow that because we like to keep the country smelling nice and fresh. Let's see. Keenan says, Canada is cool with a lot of things that are illegal in the States, like rolling coal in a diesel truck. I've seen plenty of people do that here. I'm just saying.
That's funny. I'm surprised. I've read different on the news, but anyway.
Yeah?
I have.
I don't know. I
don't know.
So anyway, folks, that's where we're at right now. I just wanted to show you a few pictures of the luxurious looking truck that they had there. What I will certainly do, with the Tacoma, if I decide to get it, we shall see. Jack says they don't ever look at the nuclear or power plants burning all those non-filtered chemicals.
No
yeah,
kidding.
It makes sense, right?
Yep.
Trouser Rogers says, can't wait to see your taco. I see. Well,
Uh-huh.
the announcement's Wednesday. Make sure you tune in. There will be a video about it.
That's decision day.
Whether I do it or don't do it. So check it out. Anyway, guys, we've been on here for a little over an hour. There is football, American football, on television.
Yep.
We got to check that out as usual. Appreciate you guys being on here. Thanks to everybody for the super chats. Jack, Gear, JC. Really
Awesome.
appreciate that, guys. I
Yep.
really do. Let's see. Keenan says Taco Bell with a taco. Let's go. I see. Keenan says, and I love Ontario more and more. It's good. Gear Runner says, see now. Have a good night and week, everyone. You too, Gear.
Yep.
Keenan says, bye, Kristen Rob. Bye, Keenan.
Keenan.
Mark says, good night from Savannah, Georgia.
Nice.
Enjoy. The pursuit is always the fun part to me.
Yeah.
The chase is always best. Keenan says, have a great week. Keenan says, see you on Wednesday. Keenan says, in New Jersey this weekend.
Yep.
Awesome. Have a fun time, bud.
Yep.
Jack says, bye, everyone. Good night, Jack. Good night, everyone else. And we will see you next time
On the web.
Have a good night.
Bye.